and I'm bad like a Barbie. See, I already messed up because I said yo lie. I said yo lie. Hey y'all, welcome to the Watch That John podcast. My name is Mary,
And my name is James, and I'm a
and
Barbie
welcome
girl.
back.
And welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. We literally spent like 10 minutes trying to do the hook of Barbie World. You know that cute song by Nicki and Ice Spice. We want to do a little back and forth. James gonna get the rhythm. I don't
No,
think you know the song very well.
I'm not. I'm not a
I'm listening to the
rapper.
song on repeat. I listen to the song on repeat. But you know how to rap Kendrick and freaking Hamilton.
Yes, but no. I only heard this song maybe like twice.
Okay, it's so cute. Like it's been a while since I've been having this much fun with a song that Nicki put out. So it's like the barb's gonna get down my throat, but I don't care. This song's a lot of fun. But yeah, can you guess what movie you're reviewing today, James?
Ooh, I don't know. Is the movie Pink
It
and
is pink.
about plastic and female
It is about
empowerment?
plastic. Yes, correcto mundo. We are
Ooh,
reviewing the Barbie movie,
the
a
Barbie movie.
movie that I don't even know what we're gonna say because we saw this movie like a month ago.
you know how COVID is still real, y'all. We saw the movie. One of us got sick. I'm not gonna say who, but we kind of made it through, and we're ready to record again. What we had like a month break or so.
And that's a diss. You're wrong because COVID is not the reason why we didn't record this movie earlier. We just didn't record it because we were busy and we didn't feel like it at first. That's why.
COVID is a
So
lot
if you're gonna
better
diss me, get it right.
excuse. It's a better excuse. Like, oh, I had COVID. I had the Rona.
Nah, but we've been traveling. Can you
Mhm.
believe August is coming to an end?
It's insane. It really is. I was talking to Arlene about that yesterday. It's insane how fast August is.
All right, give me a summer highlights reel. What's your summer highlight so far? I know summer isn't technically over until what, like late September, but still, what is your highlights this summer?
Highlights this summer is I like escape rooms. Went to escape rooms a few times. We went to a bunch of weddings this summer. Wedding in
How many?
how many weddings we go to? We went to two weddings, a graduation party, um, unfortunately a funeral uh,
Mm.
by our beloved uncle. But yeah, I guess maybe the graduation party along with the weddings. We went to a baby shower. So it was a whole love these baby shower.
Oh, I was like, whose baby shower?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The
no.
one I wasn't inviting to.
No, could you ratchet?
Insert cricket noises. Love Deep is ratchet,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, no. I think
and his baby shower was ratchet. Didn't he have two big old babies fighting each other?
it was hilarious.
I would have fit right
Yeah,
in.
it was a gender reveal when they literally went him and his sister and his wife's brother fought to the death in big baby costumes, and the little girl won. It was hilarious.
Oh,
It's perfect.
yeah. What was I? My highlight of the summer, I think it was Trey's graduation party. That was lit.
That was it.
It was like a family reunion,
Hmm.
and I had a really good time.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, it's coming to an end. I was trying to go to the beach last weekend, but good old COVID came and said no.
Took
But it's for the best because it's getting kind of cool for the beach now anyway.
Not in Oklahoma. It's still 100 degrees every
What is
day.
Aileen doing? Is she making a robot?
Oh no, she's putting the dishes away, but she's really loud. I'm just gonna shame look at her.
It's like she just smashing the dishes on the ground. She don't wanna wash them. That's what it sounds like. She's putting them away.
All right, let's get to this movie review, y'all.
Listen, what we remember of it, because like I said, it's been a long time,
Yes.
a very long time.
So, um,
Have you ever seen any movies by the director Greta Gerwig
no,
other than this movie?
no, actually, I haven't. I heard that she likes doing movies on edge that kind of challenge the status quo. You know, so uh,
I've seen Lady Bird.
I have not seen Lady Bird.
Didn't like it. Thought it was very boring. I did not like it. And I think there's another movie that she did too, and I don't think I really like that either. So maybe there's something about it I don't get, but
Yeah, no, I haven't
from what I've
seen.
seen,
I haven't seen any of these movies between Little Women, Lady Bird, or Nights and Weekends. I haven't seen any of it.
Mm, okay.
Any of it. So I don't know anything about this director. But I don't know. I thought the Barbie movie was very interesting in the way it opened up, right? With the little girls like wearing like these old like 19 maybe 60s outfits, playing with these toy baby dolls or whatever and brushing their hair, looking bored and desolate. And then here goes sexy Margot Robbie, standing there in her swimsuit, and she changed the world with Barbie and how little girls don't have to imagine just being mothers; they can imagine having actual careers.
It's very strange when you think about it, how we just from an early age indoctrinate little girls to become
Yeah,
mothers.
it's crazy.
And it's like we don't do the same for little
Mm-mm.
boys because both parties need to take care of children. Why are we only ramming it down little girls'
Yep, the
throats?
little girls just baby dolls, and just playing with the baby and feeding the baby, and like they're babies themselves, 3, 4 years old. With
It's very
it
strange.
is.
It's very strange. I never really was a doll person though. And I think when it comes to the only dolls that I didn't like Barbies till I got older.
Mm.
Till I got maybe in like I would say maybe like
You
14
had a few
when I started
Barbies
to
though.
appreciate.
You had a few Barbies.
I did. I always had Barbies. I always had Barbies, best believe it. But I only would play with them when my cousin would come over. Bria would come over.
Mm.
And then she was into dolls and I'll play with her. But, you know, I was a stuffed animal girl.
Yeah.
Like, I loved stuffed
Yep.
animals. And I did like Bratz dolls, though. I was a Bratz girl more than a Barbie girl. And so I got older and I started to appreciate, oh, this is actually like a really nice looking doll. Like I like her outfits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I got old enough to stop making every Barbie a weird Barbie. So, yeah. But yeah, that was the first ever Barbie, the Barbie in the black and white swimsuit.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal because like you said, it was kind of the first doll geared towards well, they said initially that doll was geared towards older adults because I thought there was like some sort of like comic that accompanied the doll where Barbie was kind of risque. Am I making this up?
I don't remember, so you could be, you could not be. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I heard. Like I think this original Barbie was not really geared towards children, but to more to like adults.
Mm.
And then they cleaned up her image and then they made her into like okay, it's a girl for girls, you know.
Yeah.
So
No, that makes sense because she came up in a swimsuit, but swimsuits in the 1950s were just dresses with like, oh, leotards. You know what I mean? They weren't really showing
I
nothing.
mean, it was sexy. It was not today's standard in the Fashion Nova Shein world we live in, Instagram models. But back then it was sexy, you know. It was a strapless swimsuit, giving some cleavage. It was form
Yeah.
fitting, giving some shape. Um, it was kind of relatively high cut. It wasn't like I don't know if you know, but you know, like back in those old movies when girls wear swimsuits, they're like kind of low on their thigh area. It was kind of high cut, so it was given sexy for its time. So I can imagine people being kind of aghast when they saw this
Mm.
Barbie. You know,
I thought it was funny in a movie how the narrative that they had in the Barbie world, was that the girls, like Barbie's fixed the world, right? They changed the world and made girls felt empowered, and there's no ever problems ever, and everything is perfect because of Barbie. I thought that was hilarious.
you know, it is really hilarious. But I was also very jealous and just realizing that I don't want to be on Earth no more. I want to go to Barbie World. I want to go to Barbie World. Like I said, I don't understand why Ariel wanted to leave the sea to come up to this ghetto. Like, I don't understand why Pinocchio wanted to be a real boy. I don't understand why Barbie, spoiler alert, but not really because you're listening to a review. But, well, commentary. I don't know why Barbie left Barbie World to go be on Earth. Like, it's perfect there. They had dance parties
Hmm.
every
Every
night.
night.
They woke up. Their hair was
Their
perfect.
breath.
They always had coordinated outfits. No morning breath. They didn't wear deodorant.
Hmm.
They never had to work out because guess what? They're plastic.
Hmm.
They look like this all the time. They didn't have to
Hmm.
eat. They didn't have to eat. And they were still so happy. And it's just like, why would you give all that up? I will never understand. I will never understand. But yeah, I was really excited when I saw that Margot Robbie is going to be Barbie, because I love Margot Robbie, and I've said this before on the show, but everything she's been in, I freaking loved. Like how I was used to be obsessed with Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie is like my latest white girl
Mm.
obsession, and I just love her.
Yeah,
I love her.
between Wolf on Wall Street and
I Tanya. Have you seen I Tanya?
no, I haven't.
It's good. It's good. It's a true story. She ate like the girl can do
Mm.
accents. She's giving you Boston. She's giving you Midwest. Like the girl can do an American accent. Meanwhile, I think she's from like freaking New Zealand or Australia, something like that. She has like, I think she's an Aussie. Yeah, she's from like Australia or something
Oh
like that.
wow,
Like,
she balling balling.
yeah, she's not American. Yeah, she's
Mm.
incredible. So seeing her and she's just so gorgeous. It's like, girl, you is
Yeah,
Barbie. You like look at you.
she really is. Only ever person I would think that would be able to play Barbie would be wow, wow, Emma Stone, maybe.
Redhead?
Oh, she is a redhead, but she was blonde in
She's a
she was
redhead.
blonde in Spider Man, the Spider Man movie. So they could always dye her hair.
I don't think she's tall enough
Mm,
to be the. Remember what she said in the movie? She said, "I am the atypical Barbie. I'm what you think of when you think of
yeah,
Barbie." Emma Stone isn't what I think of when I think of
yeah.
Barbie. No shade, but she isn't what I think of. I'm trying to think of
More. Yeah, no, they.
like Marilyn Monroe.
Well,
Honestly,
she was little thickums too.
hey, she was thinking the right places though. Barbie had a bust
Yeah, she did.
and a low waist. That was Marilyn.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like literally, Barbie World was my favorite part about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little disappointed when it went into the real world. I'll get into that later. But Barbie World, it was just magical. I thought it was hilarious how when Barbie got up and she was getting dressed, Lizzo was just kind of sing narrating everything she was doing.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. I didn't catch this at first. I was like, wait, this song is dumb. I was like, wait, she's literally saying everything she's doing. Like, I'm cracking up. Like, I'm cracking up. And, like, even, like, it literally felt like they moved in a way that was like a little girl playing with the Barbie.
Exactly.
She got into the shower. Of course, there's no water,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still going to act like she's bathing. You know what I mean? She didn't walk down any steps. She simply glided down the steps and got in her car. Just like that. Because, Barbie don't need to climb steps. She's a Barbie. You pick her up and you put her where she needs to go. I like how her pool wasn't real. Like, it
Everything was
was,
hilarious. Yes, the pool wasn't real. Even like the car, it didn't have any gas. It was a battery powered car. This guy just drove
yeah.
around and could wave with both hands, and the car still drove perfectly. Hmm.
That's hilarious. But you know what? I think this movie's gonna win a lot of awards for the for the set design
Mm.
because there was hardly any CGI used. It was all
Mm.
handmade.
Really?
No there was hardly any CGI. I
Except
think
for Ryan
the
Gosling's
most CGI.
abs. His abs must have been CGI because
Nah, man.
that man.
I don't think so. They said that I saw this one video today saying that they made the actors get in shape because the Kens get in shape and they had them work out together so they can build like a sort of real life rivalry that will translate on
Mm.
screen for the Ken rivalry. So I think that was all Rai. Rai don't need no
But
help.
that was insane. I never like just.
Have you seen the Notebook? Did you forgot what my man's look like?
But I'm saying, but like it just felt like it was drawn on. I feel like it was at least spray painted.
Oh, oh, what do you mean that it looked like plasticky,
Yes,
like
maybe, yeah.
artificial? Okay,
It
okay,
was.
okay. No, I can see that. There's probably some like special effects. I don't think CGI, but maybe just good old fashioned special effects with like paint and everything. I could be wrong because I heard the only CGI that was, well, not only, but the most CGI that was used was in the opening scene when they had that huge dawn of Barbie with the original Barbie. But everything else, it was all set design, like going back to like a play.
Wow.
And I thought that was really incredible. And even like the Barbie dream houses where all the Barbies live were modeled after actual Barbie
Yeah,
dream
that was awesome
houses.
too. That was awesome too.
Mm.
I thought it was immediately funny. So when we went to the movie theaters, we all wore pink, right? Me and Eileen wore pink.
Yes, we did. And I didn't realize how little pink I have in my
Yeah, seriously,
wardrobe.
I had like two shirts, and it was tight too.
I just wear black. I feel like I wear.
We're both wearing
Yeah,
black
I
now.
had to literally. I have a little pink on though. The pants that I'm wearing have pink in it. There's a little pink on my shirt. My bra's pink, and there's a little pink sprinkled. Whatever. There's a little pink sprinkled everywhere on my body.
Didn't have to hear about your
A
bra,
little
but yeah,
bit.
I feel you. You wearing a Betty Boot Dow playing guitar.
But look at her pants. Her
Oh
pants are
yeah,
pink.
pink and
Yeah,
leopard,
she's wearing these pink and black
tiger,
zebra
zebra
print
print. Yeah.
pants. Zebra tie. Yeah, my I got these I look like Neapolitan ice cream. I got these brown, pink, and white leggings on, and I got pink in my sneakers. So the girls out here.
Mhm.
But did you know? Real quick, there's a Barbie patent pink too.
Oh, like Barbie pink is a thing.
It's a
That's kind of
thing. Isn't that
that's kind of
adorable?
cool. Like Barbie
Yeah,
pink. Yeah,
that's
it
adorable.
is. It is. But yeah. So when we first got to the movie, um, I looked at the. We took pictures and everything, and we'll post on our Instagram page
Yeah, I was
of our
cute.
outfits.
James was like, "I'm a Barbie girl."
Like I'm a Barbie boy.
Oh yeah, you just said Barbie boy.
So what I thought was hilarious was like Barbie can do anything, or it was like Barbie could be anything, and it was like Ken could be whatever Barbie wants him to be, or something like that.
Amen. 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 And I love that in the movie. Listen, call me a hmm. What's it called? Call me misanthropic. What's the hatred of men called?
The hatred of men.
Yeah. Whatever. But I loved how Ken were a second class citizen in Barbie's world.
He really was, and all the Kens were. It was hilarious.
All the Kens
It
were.
was like
They lived for
it was
Barbie.
like Ken's day is dependent on if Barbie notices him or not.
Exactly. He would just stand there. And it's like, even when they said that Ken doesn't have, Barbie can be whatever, an astronaut, a ballerina, like you said, a teacher, a
A
veterinarian,
president.
a president, an Olympic figure skater. Ken's description is that he beaches. That's all it said. He just does beach.
Ken does beat.
Because beach is a verb.
Yeah.
Unless you're a whale, beach is a verb to Ken.
Hmm.
And no one knows what that means, but he just does it. He just does it. And I thought that was hilarious. And Ryan Gosling, he ate the girls up in that role. He did. I really liked him because he just seemed he was like the perfect blend of like confidence but naivety.
Mm. Yeah.
You remember that scene when he was like, "Hey Barbie, so I was thinking I should sleep over." And she was like, "And do what?" And he was like, I don't know. Like, but he felt he was confident enough to ask, and like he's very confident in his looks, but he doesn't know what's going on.
No, he
So
doesn't.
I thought he really did a good
And
job
I
of that.
think
A
the
really good job.
hilarious thing was right is that it's like, oh wait, no, it's a girls' night, and he was like, every night's a girls' night, right? And then
Yeah.
he just left, and I was thinking, where the f does Ken live?
No one knows. No one knows. Remember they said the last day. I was like, I don't know where Ken's live. I don't know where the Ken lives. Like no one knows. Ken never had a dream
He never had a
house.
house.
And even Barbie said that. Yeah, Barbie said he was like, wait, but it's Barbie's house. It's not Barbie and Ken's house. I almost fell out my chair. I almost fell. She was like, "Can I say over? It's Barbie's house. It's not Barbie and Ken's house." And I was like, "Girl, tell him I love it. This is your house. This is my house. Why do you need to be here every night is girls' night?" And I was like, "This is." I feel like this is what me and Adana want. This is what we want. We want to live right next to each other, and every night is
Every
girls'
night.
night. We don't know where our niggas went. It's girls' night, and we're gonna be dancing all night and have a great time, and we're pink and eat popcorn that we don't need to eat because we're dolls. Like Bobby World is
Yeah,
paradise. It's a utopia.
utopia. It is. It is.
Man. They never appreciate what they have, James. They have so much and we have so little.
Yeah. So when remember the first night when they're dancing and she was like, the main Barbie was like, "You ever think about death?" And the whole thing just stopped. And then after she's had
Yeah.
that in the moment, her whole world just kind of crashed, and her feet got flat, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And just like,
So I can't remember, why did Barbie start having these very dark
So
thoughts? Like, why did she start thinking about
so
death?
apparently, um, the owner, right, the person who had Barbie in the real world,
America
yes,
Ferrera's character.
America's character,
What was her name? Let's do. Can you do a Google search right quick to see what her name was?
Barbie cast, Barbie cast, Barbie cat ass, Barbie cast,
I don't remember her character's name. Was it Marjorie? Was it
Marjorie.
Tiffany? No, I'm thinking about Midge, the pregnant Barbie.
Hmm.
You do you remember those Barbies? Do you remember those Barbies? I remember those
You
Barbies,
remember him?
and they discontinued it before I got
Oh
one.
wow, you tried to get one?
I've thought about it. I remember it was like Shawnee and Brittany were at the table talking about it one Thanksgiving or some holiday at Granny's house, and they were like, "Yeah, you open the stomach and a little baby comes out." This was like 2002, and I was like, "Ah, man, I should have got one," but they already discontinued it.
That's hilarious. Um,
Don't remember Alan though. Never heard of him.
oh, Alan was apparently her husband.
Yeah, yeah, but I've listen. I heard of Skipper. I knew Midge, Alan. I was like, what the hell? I don't know who this man is.
I forgot who I'm looking for.
You're looking for America Ferrera's cast. What's her name?
Okay. She wasn't one of the top casts, apparently.
Okay, whatever. Keep making your point. Let's call her America
Okay.
Ferrera then. That's her.
Yeah, so I forgot what my point was.
I asked you. You're saying that Barbie initially became very sad and kind of all
Yeah,
melancholy and just
yeah,
a real
yeah.
drag after something happened to America
Yes,
Ferrera.
I do remember saying those things. Um, so America Ferrera, she actually owned. Her name is Gloria.
Gloria. Okay.
Yes. So Gloria, she actually owned Barbie in the real world, and so when Barbie started,
She
she
owned
owned that
that
Barbie.
Barbie.
Yes, the stereotypical Barbie.
Oh,
So when Barbie,
the best Barbie.
so when Barbie realized that she was out of whack, her feet was flat, and she was depressed, and she
She did it on her own too. That wasn't any sort of
what?
manipulation. Margot Robbie was a dancer, so she was able to get on point like that. That's not on point, but no, that was on point. She was able to get on point like that herself. That wasn't any sort of manipulation or stunt
Well,
double. That
she
was
just
my
walked around
bitch.
her toes like that.
That was her.
Oh
She
my
literally
god,
did that.
no feet need. Them
Yeah,
dogs are barking right now.
yeah.
Like.
Mm. I mean, ballerinas
Mm.
don't have pretty feet, man, for
But
good reason.
anyway, so once she realized she was jacked up, they went and told her and brought her the weird Barbie, right? Which was
So wait, you're saying that America Ferrera. Okay, no, I do remember. So she was feeling down because the woman who owns her, America
hmm
Ferrera, Gloria,
yes,
was feeling down, and that kind of
yes.
okay,
So
okay,
basically, she found out that Gloria was she actually worked for Mattel, and she would draw Barbies like depressed or sad, and
yeah,
that's how her Barbie that she
yeah.
had growing up was depressed and sad.
What was interesting? What I always thought that there was a reason for like Gloria's sadness. First, I thought that because at first we didn't see her husband, so I'm thinking, oh, like her husband
Mm.
probably died or is not in the picture, and I'm just kind of waiting to see why Gloria is so like you know down and just unhappy. And then it's like, oh, there's no specific reason. It's a
Yeah,
bunch of little things. Like the reasons why we're all kind of unhappy. And I'm like, I do like how they did that. Like, it's not one thing, it's just kind of the
yeah,
society she's living in. And you really get that at the end when she does her speech. And I was like, oh, okay, it's a genuine sort of anxiety and sadness, not something very specific that has happened. And it's like Barbie got to
yeah.
experience that too, for real, when she
No,
went to the
that's
human
true.
world.
It wasn't no
But
great thing, and it wasn't because, like you said, her man left her or whatever. It was just her being
yeah,
a woman, about human.
human, a
That
human
was
woman.
it. And
Yeah.
being a mother, you know what I
Mm.
mean, and like having a career and that stress.
Oh, and her daughter, and just really wasn't there a part in the movie where her and her daughter just wasn't seeing eye
Yeah,
to
that's
eye
every
anymore?
teenage mother relationship. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Her daughter was a baby Gamora. adorable. She was baby Gamora.
Adorable. Oh,
All
that was
grown up.
her? I saw her. I was like, she's so
Yes, yes, she
freaking
was.
cute.
They did a very
Oh
good job.
man.
They
She
did a
was
very
so
good job of
angry.
casting her, and I thought it was funny when, well, one when Barbie and Ken traveled from the Barbie land to go to the real world or whatever, and they found the daughter. I can't. I'm looking for her name, but they find her Gloria. Oh, Sasha, her daughter Sasha, played by
Sasha.
Ariana
Okay.
Greenblatt.
Got it. Say no.
But yeah, anyway, they was like, "Oh, hey, I'm Barbie." Margot Robbie's character was like, "Hey, I'm Barbie." And she's waiting for people to thank her for making the world better, a better place.
I was like,
For real,
bitch,
they
get your
cussed
ass out
her
of here.
out.
Who the
They was like
fuck is
they
you?
was like, "You
Get
set
out of
women
here.
back for years because of your."
Your impossible
Yeah.
beauty standards. I remember there was this one Barbie. It's a real Barbie that got discontinued. It was like a I just read about it. This Barbie that was supposed to be like, I think it was called like Teen Talk Barbie. And she had all these different catchphrases. And one of the catchphrases was math is hard. And people didn't like that. And I think they reference it in the movie. And it's like, yeah, girl, Sasha, when you put it like that, yeah, Barbie was problematic. And plus the fact that it took so long for us to get like a Barbie that wasn't
That's
just
true.
white, So it's like, yeah, we're not gonna sit here and act like Barbie, you know, that was everything that they tried to make her be from the jump, Because I feel like there was always a good intention with Barbie. It's just, it was a good intention geared toward white women in a very specific sort of
No,
beauty standard. You
absolutely,
know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I think I was very impressed that Mattel went that far with it. Like I think they had to, because it would have been just disingenuous if I think it would have been disingenuous to basically act like that they got everything perfect, or from her to be like, "Oh my God, Barbie," and kind of hug her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you think that, as far as like, there were many different Barbies? There were, Barbies of different races. Uh, but do you think that it's still kind of cop out that the main they said the stereotypical Barbie, the Barbie that you think of, and that is true. We think of
Hmm.
someone who looks like Margot Robbie, but do you think it's still kind of a cop out because it's like, okay, yeah, there's Barbies of all different colors, but the Barbie movie is still based on a white woman. Like the Barbie is still a white woman, or do you think that no, they made sense of it and they really addressed the fact that okay, yeah, we're not going to act like that Barbie in our how do I say? They're not going to address the fact. No, they're not going to ignore the fact that yes, when we think of Barbie, we do think of a white woman, but anyone can still be Barbie. Do you think they did that well, or do you think it still was like a cop out to still make the main character white? And technical difficulties because I'm slowly dying,
No, so
but
actually, ironically, I think it would have been a cop out if she wasn't white. I think it would have been more disingenuous if she wasn't.
if
Yeah.
she wasn't white, okay, because
Yes,
he
I
wanted to
think if
be
they would have been like,
addressed
"Oh yeah, here's Barbie," and they just found like, if they made uh
like another life size movie. Even though her name wasn't Barbie, we knew
yeah,
Tyra
I know,
Banks was
but
Barbie.
not a life size movie, but like if they just went and just made, I don't know, some random person Barbie that didn't look like actual Barbie, it'd be like, I get it, but it wouldn't have felt like the Barbie movie. It's kind of and so like
Ooh, you sound like them people who
I
don't
was
like
gonna
Little
I
Mermaid
was gonna say
because of
that, right? But the
Holly.
thing is, I think them having, even with Little Mermaid, right? They did a good job of showing like other types of mermaids, right? It's more because this all across the road or whatever. But I don't know. I think Barbie being Barbie and them promoting white beauty for, or what I mean, for probably 30 years, and then you start getting diverse. I think them at the end with the movie drop, them switching and putting the person of color there wouldn't have felt would have felt disingenuous. That's all I'm trying to say. That would have felt like,
You would
yes,
have
I would
felt
have
like it
felt it
was
was pandering. That's
pandering.
what I mean.
I do. I feel kind of conflicted about it because it's like,
So
well,
so
continue what
so
you were
I
gonna
think
say.
the fact that they had people like Issa Rae and like a bunch of other people just in Barbies and looking beautiful, different sizes and stuff. I thought that was more that was decent. I thought that was more than enough showing that hey, I'm not the only Barbie, but like I'm also Margot Robbie. So I don't know. I thought
I like, yeah, I think they did a good job because it's like I do like the fact that they say, like I said multiple times, that they say, I am the typical Barbie. I am the Barbie that you think of
hmm
when you think of Barbie. And, addressing the fact that, yes, Barbie, we market it to be a white woman with blue eyes and blonde hair. And I am that. But they acknowledge that, but they're not saying, oh, you're the only Barbie or you're the most important Barbie. You're the
Yep.
you're the typical Barbie. You know what I mean? Like, and I can see someone being like, well, that's not really, you're not really pushing the envelope with that because it's still about a white woman. And yes, you have people of color around her, but it's still centered around a white woman. I feel like it's still like, well, like you said, that's the reality of Barbie for a long time. And I think they addressed that in a way that didn't seem like pandering. You know what I mean? And they were still able to include a bunch of people too,
Yeah, I want to just make this point
a bunch
though.
of other
I
people.
don't think there's anything wrong with making movies about white women. I just think, you know what I mean. That's not.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think.
there is too,
You
but
know.
there's so many of them.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, there's so many of them. They make up most of the country, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's just like a lot of times in movies they'll be like, "Oh, we have a diverse cast," but it's like always the person of color is never the central character. They're always the best friend
mm,
or the teacher. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's very rare where we see shows where people of color are really
the stars.
the focus in the star. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
No, but
And that wasn't the case with this movie, but I think it worked because it's like I said, they're acknowledging how Barbie is and how Barbie was for a very long time.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Right, and I think they did a pretty good job of that. You know, um,
I want to see Dinosaur Barbie, like how we got to see Dinosaur Spider Man.
that's hilarious.
Tarby, T Rex Barbie,
T Rex Barbie. So
or Rexy.
speaking of speaking of um
T
messaging,
Rexes.
no messaging, right?
Okay.
So after we watched the movie, I went and looked at reviews, and I saw so much hatred towards this movie, yo. Like
What were they
they
saying?
were like they were saying that Barbie is a woke feminist agenda that hate
I
men.
hate when people use woke in the wrong way, but I'm going to rant. Oh,
Yeah.
y'all don't know what woke means. Stop using it, but I'm going to move on.
So a woke feminist agenda, men bashing, like they were like, I would like basically I would never let my daughter see the Barbie movie,
What
unless I want them to be a man hating woke feminist, and they were just so upset.
I hate it
Like
here.
just
I hate it here. This is why we should go to Barbie World.
for real, because and it's hilarious, right? Because like I feel like Barbie, they did it. First off, the movie was overall silly, right? It was a silly movie with some serious context, and but it was a
It
silly.
wasn't that deep.
It wasn't that deep.
Like you wasn't going to go see, I don't know, a movie about women's suffrage. You're going to see a Barbie movie. Like
A Barbie
relax.
movie, right? So like when Ken, for example, right, when he finds out about the patriarchy
You're
and he brings it
like,
back,
this is
this is
great.
great.
Oh my
Like woman,
god.
like
Remember when Barbie saw the models and she thought that poster models models, I think it was like the Miss America contest, and she thought that that's what our Supreme Court
oh
justices.
yeah, exactly. Like
I was like, girl, if only.
no, they don't.
But
Like he just Ryan Gosling originally liked horses. That's how stupid he was, right?
yeah,
He just
yeah.
wanted to learn more about horses, and then he learned about the
Ken.
patriarchy instead.
He learned about, oh my God, I heard of this great thing. It's called patriarchy. That reminds me of, oh my, I don't know why this reminds me of this episode of American Dad where Stan has his friend who doesn't believe in God. So he tries to get him to believe in God. And he's like, how do I do that? And he's like, okay, I need to like put him in stressful situations because that's when people turn to God when they need help and guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So he put him in stressful situations that ultimately led to him dying.
Oh my god.
But then he came back to life and he was like, Sam was like, "Oh my God, you're alive. Did you meet God?" He was like, "Yeah, I did meet God. But then he kicked me out of heaven. And then I met the devil. And he gave me this awesome power." That's what it sounded like when he said, "Then I met patriarchy." Like,
I do remember
he
that
said, "Then
episode.
I met Satan." Like, that's what it reminds me of.
I do
Like,
remember that episode. It was
oh my
ridiculous.
God.
But
So it was like, "Have you heard this great thing called patriarchy?" All the kids were like,
and I
"What?"
think it was interesting how when he brought patriarchy back, right? That he was able to hypnotize all the women to forget who they really were, you know, and had them.
Because patriarchy affects us both,
And no,
man, men and
it
women.
does, right? Because they were outnumbered, which, like, the men were outnumbered, which in real life, the men are, there's more women in the world than men, right?
Gang, gang.
And they just basically was like, oh, make me brewski brews. And, like, they all wear, like, maid outfits and took care of them. And they just sat down.
And this is my Mojo Dozo Casa
Yo, I
house.
was dying. My Mojo Dojo Casa House, exactly. Like,
Oh, really? I didn't laugh at all then. Everyone else was dying. I wasn't laughing.
it's like, this is my
This is
Mojo.
my Mojo Dozo.
Just how stupid he was. That's why I was laughing, because he was obviously very attractive and obviously like just
Very
yeah,
sweet.
he was sweet. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just stupid. And he was
He did
misguided.
no, he didn't have his own identity. He didn't know who he was. And it's like those are the people who are most susceptible to those sorts of
Yeah.
things. And plus, he was treated badly. Like the society was not made for him, so he was looking at some way to gain power. When really all he really wanted was Barbie's attention, and he thought this will give Barbie's
So so,
attention.
so
For
that's
real.
that's what I
But
thought too, right? It was a few things that went in my mind during these scenes, right? One, I was like, oh, like are they over portraying how like I thought they were like um basically making women seem a lot more gullible than they were. You know what I mean? Because if you think about like Barbie world wasn't just regular women, right? These were like the best and brightest, like basically women's maximum potential, if you want to say it like that. So they
it was a world without
without
misogyny.
misogyny.
So they were very happy with you know but they were also very vapid things. They didn't know about they're not human, so they didn't experience a range of human emotions. So
Mm.
I don't think they were saying women are like that and this is what women would be like. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that didn't represent a world without misogyny. That was the Barbie world because the Barbie world's
You're
perfect.
right.
That's what it
Okay.
was.
No. Okay. I can see that point of view. I was like, oh, are they just saying that like, even if women ran the world, if one guy came up and was like, hey, do this, then it would kind of change everything.
Oh no, because even if women ran the world, we wouldn't be only concerned about,
Yeah.
partying and if our outfits are
Yep.
together. It would be a high priority. It's like no. But we would have other concerns as well. So
No, that makes sense.
yeah.
And then and
But
then the other side of it was that he was mistreated, you know,
he was
and he
mistreated.
was and he
Yeah.
was a minority in his world. So,
Mhm.
right, you gonna yell at me, but I was thinking, man, like Ken was treated like a woman in the real world, essentially, right? Just a thing to look at, an
Mhm.
accessory, and
Mhm.
he tried to do whatever he could to overturn it, and he ultimately lost. And I
Yeah.
thought at the end of the movie it would be like some type of equality thing, but instead the end of the movie was, yeah, eventually the Kens got enough the same amount of rights as women did in the real world.
That was
Right.
hilarious. It was hilarious because I was wondering too. I was like, are they gonna, change Barbie World and make Barbie World equally Barbie and Ken
Yeah.
World? But they're like, no, we're not doing that. And you know what? I am mad at it. I think that's fine. When you are the minority, you get to have Barbie World, and don't give a damn who's mad that Ken is not an equal citizen because it's Barbie World. We have so little. It's Barbie World. Okay, we're gonna treat Ken better, but he's not going to be in the same level with us because the real world's like that. So if we want our Barbie world, y'all can go play with Max Steel or whoever.
Back still was fire.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I loved Max Steel too. I don't know why I'm fronting. Remember we had that Max Steel airplane that was supposed to be invisible, but it
It
wasn't
was
invisible.
fire, yo. I threw it down the stairs so many times.
I don't know what was wrong
I
with
don't know,
us.
stupid.
You would break all your Dragon Ball Z figurines by just throwing them. Why would we throw them?
Because we wanted them to fly like the show.
We're so fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Like we would break them so
I know, just,
often because we knew Mama buys more.
and it was like $10 a toy, which is insane for how small they were.
We had a lot of them.
We did. We got a good
Yeah.
mom.
Remember, I had that Barbie that could swim.
Oh, I do remember that with her little arm just flapping or whatever.
It was so cool. But I think I broke her by throwing her into like a pool or something, and she hit in the side. Like just why do we throw our toys so much?
We made a bunch of weird Barbies. That's what we did.
We made a bunch of weird Barbies, and it's so true. I don't know why when girls get Barbies, they just spread their legs and put them in the splits. Why do we do that? Why do we do that?
It all the time.
I don't. Why does she have to split all the time? We just. I used to chew the hands of my Barbies.
Ooh, you a sociopath.
I just like chewing it. It was soothing. I would just chew their hands, and so they became little nubs.
Ooh.
I didn't cut their hair. No, I did cut their hair, and I thought it would give them, like a cute little style. But she just looked like Cynthia at the end. Yeah, I watched Toy Story recently, and I think Barbie and Toy Story should be watched hand in hand.
Barbie and Toy Story. Why?
So you can learn how to take good care of your toys.
Oh.
So there's no more weird Barbies.
Got you.
But yeah, I really did like Ken too, like him going to the world, finding patriarchy, and trying to bring it back to Barbie Land to liberate his fellow Kens. Because at first they weren't fighting the Barbies. Remember, at first they fought each other.
They were beating off each other. Yeah.
They were beaching off each other. Yeah. Does it say beef or beach? It says, I'll beat you off right now.
Yeah, beat you off, yeah.
And I love that little dance number he had. I loved all the dance numbers.
I forgot that Ryan Gosling could sing. I forgot that he just did La La Land.
Hi, Sasha.
The whole musical.
Yeah. He could sing and he could dance. Like, apparently people had to take dancing lessons. And really rehearse, to really move like a doll. But he already had it in the bag.
Yeah, so. he's a very talented man. I was surprised. Like they're older. They're both like in their 40s, I think.
No, Margot Robbie is like our age. She's like 32.
Is she really?
Yeah, am I the only one who doesn't think she looks old? Like everyone thinks she looks older than she is. I'm like, no, she's like, Google her age. I think she's like 32. She's like, she can't be older than like 33.
Because I'm just thinking about the movie she was in. The Wolf on Wall Street came out like a decade ago, right?
They be young, child. That's why Leo's my problematic phase.
She was born in '90, so you're right. She's like 32.
Okay, yeah, she's not that. She's not that old.
She just turned 33.
Have you ever watched Sex Education on Netflix?
No, I have not.
It's such a good show, but another thing about this movie is there's so many actors from that show in this movie. Like literally 4 of them, I think. 3 or 4 of them. Like main cast actors. Like the Black Ken, who at the end was like, I just want to be my Barbie. He's in Sex Education.
Okay.
So yeah, that's another thing. And it's so funny because there's this girl in Sex Education that people all there's a bunch of other actresses who look like Margot Robbie. And one of them was in this movie, and she's also in Sex Education. And you remember that show, My Name is Earl?
I do.
His wife looks like Margot Robbie.
Oh, she does, actually. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks like Margot. She looks like Margot Robbie. But
what do you think about about the speech, glorious speech, America's speech?
I cried.
I texted it to you. You want to read it? I was gonna read it, but it probably sounds better coming from you.
Well, it depends on how long it is.
You can just do a summary if you want.
Oh, this is long. This is James. This is paragraph. You text this or did you copy and paste it?
I copied and pasted. I didn't like. You know, copy and paste it. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, this is too much. But but well, let me see. Let me see. I started crying as soon as she said it is, like the beginning. But say no.
well, read the first paragraph.
It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like we have to always be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. Tears.
Yeah. So when she was when she
Ugh.
was going off and saying that speech, right? I literally I literally looked at Eileen with a newfound like understanding of like how like
And you told her to make you a sandwich.
yeah, like hey, maybe it's let me stop.
You could be extraordinary if you made me a damn sandwich every now and again.
But no, like I can really see like how I think it said like you try hard and you're not good enough or whatever, or like you can't be too smart. You know what I mean? Because people will think like you're a know-it-all, but you can't be done because people won't respect you. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I'm like, yeah, I can imagine like her being in the engineering industry, for example, being a woman, how difficult that is. Because
You don't know how many times I like kind of done myself down to get people to like me.
yeah,
Then it's like, oh, people think I'm actually dumb.
yeah,
But if you show you're intelligent, they think you're a know-it-all or a bitch or something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's crazy. And she was even like, "Your kids hate you" or something like that, yo. She
Let me
went.
see.
She
Your
would.
kids hate you.
She might not have said that word for word, but like, she went off, yo. She really
Yeah.
did.
It's hard out here. What did you think? One thing that I don't think I really liked in the movie was Will Ferrell in all of Mattel. Like they were a very sort of weird villain to me. I guess I really maybe it's me, but I don't know. I didn't really see how they really fit into the movie. Like their motivations weren't that clear to me. They just kind of wanted to get Barbie back into Barbie lands,
Hmm.
but like
When she went back to Barbie Land, they still followed her.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It was kind of strange. I don't. Hold on, dying again.
No, it's fine. I'll talk a little bit. Oh, maybe I'll wait for that to get edited out.
I'll mute myself next time it happens.
Mm.
That's that dedication, y'all. Y'all don't know shit about that. On
Hmm.
my deathbed, talking about a doll for you. Ungrateful.
Talk about a doll. Um,
All right.
I forgot.
So I don't know. It was just kind of like,
Oh, you talk about Will Ferrell. Yes. So I liked Will Ferrell when she went into Mattel because they made it silly, even because it was
mm,
silly in the Barbie world. But when we went to Will Ferrell, they showed that all Mattel was silly.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, so is does Mattel kind of exist between the chasm between reality and Barbie
I
worlds?
think,
Like, are these real people or are they just Barbie people? And like, I was so confused.
I,
That you explained it perfectly.
yeah, I think Mattel they made Barbie world, so they act like Barbie world. Like what I mean. They just
Just as goofy.
just as goofy, and it's all. They're also a toy company too, so like they don't want you. They don't. I think
Why did they not know how to swipe to get out the building?
exactly. I think they did stuff for the Mattel scene to lighten the mood because they knew that even this is right before, right after America's speech. I think no, this is before her speech, before they got back to Barbie Land. But I think one, it was designed to light the mood. Two, it was designed to have Will Ferrell kind of like I don't know, be the head of Mattel and actually have a role in the movie. If not, he would just been there with it, like just I don't know. I
Well, they could have given him any of a role.
yeah,
Well, you're saying this is a funny movie. He could have been a Ken. No, he couldn't have.
no, he couldn't.
But
You not got the body to be a
he could
Ken.
he could have been a Ken. But yeah, I guess that's one thing. I was like, I don't really get them. Like I guess I didn't really understand them, and I feel like them being in the movie, Mattel being in the movie, didn't really do anything for the movie. It didn't really add anything to the movie.
I guess it just showed that Barbie has a business purpose. You know what I mean? The reason
And
Barbie
then they're all about the money. They just wanted things that sold the most money.
exactly. So that's basically, I guess, the Mattel people or the why Barbie is like she is. You know, why she was like able to do everything and be perfect. Why she was super beautiful because it sold dolls, and that's all they cared
I
about.
love I love that role. By the way, you said why she's super beautiful. When Margot Robbie was like, I don't feel pretty right now. And they broke the fourth wall and was like, we understand that Margot Robbie is not the correct person to cast to say something like this. And
Exactly.
I was like, for real, like, how dare you?
How dare
Like, if
you?
she don't feel pretty, then what that say about me?
What that say about
Like,
for real? Like
am I a mole rat? Like,
you for Margot, yeah. And Margot Robbie's not pretty. Yeah, you're right. I'm a mole rat.
I'm dust.
Dust,
Like,
because
she paints me in dust. Like,
yeah.
my goodness. Oh, speaking of dust, this is a I don't care. Summer highlight was the Beyonce concert, Renaissance tour. Philly was the first stop in the USA. I just had to run that back. I just had to run that back. It's that important. Yeah, we're
What?
talking about feminism anyway.
Oh, I'm about to say, what did it have to do with anything, Mary?
Nothing. I just remembered that I forgot my biggest highlight of summer. But yeah, yeah. But no, that speech literally had me in tears. Who was your favorite Barbie or your favorite Ken?
Well, the main people,
Really?
because Margot Robbie was gorgeous, and
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling was so stupid to me. Like even when he went over and took over the road, but like was so dumb he just ruined everything. To me,
He was like, honestly, when I found out patriarchy wasn't about horses, I was over it. I didn't want
I
to do it
was-
anymore.
yeah, like um, I was kind of over it, and like
Yeah.
how like when the Barbies were brainwashed, and they had Maria's character, well Gloria's character, come up and like just basically talk about social distance and like how like basically spoke life to the girls so they got to break the silence, and they tricked all the kids to fighting each other. You know what I mean? It was just I don't know. I
The kids were fighting each other while they were in the courthouse making rules.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
that was
exactly.
funny. That
They
was
were
funny.
making policy changes while people are just up here fighting. And to be honest with you, that's kind of how it is, right? In real world, not
Mm.
even amongst
That
the
got
senses.
dark.
Yeah, not even.
That got dark. They make us fight each other
Hmm.
so they can listen. So, what would you rate the Barbie movie?
I would rate it a life size Barbie. I liked it a lot. A large bag of popcorn. I thought it was funny. I thought that it scared white male fragility, which I loved. I thought that America's
That's my favorite part of it too. That people, white men, was so angry about it,
yo so angry,
so
right?
mad. I was like, oh, this is great.
I liked that just Margot Robbie, just like I said, she's just gorgeous.
She's just very nice to look at.
Yes, and I liked the movie altogether. I thought there was some parts where it was a little too corny, but once I accepted the fact that it's just
Well, what part you thought was too corny?
um I don't remember off the top of my head, but there are a few parts that it was just a little too corny. But like for example, I thought it was corny how she like met the old lady who ended up being like the real Barbie or whatever, the person who made Barbie. I thought that
Oh,
scene,
Ruth.
yeah, Ruth, when she met Ruth and like
I
the
like that scene that they had her hidden because she was a co-owner of Mattel. She created Barbie.
yeah.
Um, no, she was owner of Mattel, like full owner of Mattel. I think for a while, and then I think so, like the 30s or something like that. But I think it makes sense that she's like somewhere in the Mattel
No, no, I think
factory. I think that makes sense.
no, I think I guess felt that was a little corny. I don't know.
Mm.
That was
I
okay.
really liked it, and I love that scene where she was sitting on a park bench in the real world, and
Oh,
she
yep,
saw that old woman, and she just looked at her and she said, "You're so beautiful."
yeah.
I I started crying. It's like literally she experienced the pain and the pleasure of being a human. That when she saw a human who went through those pain and pleasures, and it's all on her face, she saw beauty. and I'm like, I love this.
Even the fact that aging and getting close, like her being older, and like you said, this having the whole human experience, and he's just staring at her, and the
Hmm.
lady was like, "I know it. I know I'm
I
beautiful."
know it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was my favorite part. And they wanted to apparently Greta Gerwig said they wanted to cut that scene out.
Mm.
And I was like, why? That was my favorite scene. Like that scene, I was like, oh my god. Like, especially since we have this vitriol for aging, and like every commercial is just telling us not to age. Aging is bad, something that literally is inevitable. It's
Hmm.
nice to see Barbie, someone who doesn't age, see an aging person and say it's beautiful.
Yeah. No,
But
I
yeah,
agree.
all right.
What do you give it?
I would give it a medium bag of popcorn.
Medium. Okay. Why
Hmm.
medium?
I was disappointed by the movie. Maybe as I was a little bit spoiled by Life Size, where I just kind of wanted her to have a little more of a fish out of water experience when she went into the real world. I know it's been done before, but I did kind of want a little bit more in the real world. Like maybe her just, experiencing things and engaging with more people. And I thought it was kind of weird how when she first met Sasha and her friends at the lunchroom table, and she's like, I'm Barbie, their first reaction isn't, oh, well, they might have said it, but like they believed her too quickly that she was Barbie. Like, I don't know. It was just like, she said, I'm Barbie. It's like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. Oh, well, Barbie's terrible. And then I was like, oh, you really believe that this grown ass woman in all pink is Barbie? You weren't
Mhm.
creeped out that this grown ass woman in all pink is just talking to you, saying that she's a fictional character?
Yeah.
That's not weird. That was weird. And some of the scenes were kind of drawn out. Like the scene at the end where she meets Ruth again, and she's deciding that she wants to go to human world, and they're kind of in like this void of nothingness, and they're talking.
Hmm.
That seemed kind of drawn out. I remember was like shifting in my seat watching a movie, like, okay, this is kind of long.
Yeah.
And I thought the movie would be funnier. I thought it would be like hilarious. It was fun, but I don't think the movie was really that funny.
I,
So
yeah. I don't think it was your type of humor for the most part. I think it took me a
I feel
while.
like it is that type of humor though. I like quirky, sometimes kind of deadpan comedy. I love stuff like that. And that's what I thought it was going to give. And it was like almost there, but I didn't think it was that funny. But what do you think my type of humor is?
Um. No, I was gonna say like the awkward. Um. Like big. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
it's hard to describe, but no, I thought it took a while for me to warm up to the funny. But I just like the concept. I just like how they weren't afraid to stand out and be different. And I believe it was a feminist movie. And I think
It
that
absolutely was. Barbie, Greta Gerwig is a feminist director. Barbie's a
yeah,
feminist icon. It
exactly. So
absolutely is. And I don't know why people expected any different. Like,
no, I don't even I don't either. And I don't know why even like the term being a feminist is so negative. Doesn't being like having wanting equal rights for women doesn't mean that you hate men. I think there's
it
a
does not.
like I feel like some feminists may hate men, but
Like
like I
me.
don't think it's I don't think it's I don't think it's uh the opposite of mutually exclusive. I don't think it's just tied together those two ideas.
Great job.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening once again. What movie we doing next? We don't know, y'all.
Yes,
We're
we
coming
do.
back.
I know
What?
exactly
What?
what movie next. We're doing
All right, drum roll.
Oppenheimer.
Oh shit. Yes, it was Barbieheimer weekend. Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
We
you're
are
right.
doing
All right,
we're
Oppenheimer.
doing Oppenheimer and I'm so excited. I've been waiting for a month to record it because I want to watch it.
Boom.
And we gotta
Yes.
make sure you watch it in IMAX because the sound,
IMAX.
yes, the IMAX with surround sound. So when that atomic bomb goes off, you feel it in your heart and your nether regions.
I don't want to feel anything in my nether regions, but okay. All right. Especially not a bomb. But all right then, guys. We'll see you for Oppenheimer. Uh, yeah. Thank you for listening as always. Bye. All right.
Bye.